Nowhere better to start a video than a barbecue stand. Just tried this M&E barbecue in Pearson, Florida. Pretty good. I'll try to cut a photo of the food in here in a second, but I just got that done. Maybe one more stop on our way up, and I think we're going to be at our campsite. I got a horribly late start. I was going to try to go yesterday, but it took me forever to get done this week at work. And by the time I got home last night, I was just shot, so slept it off. Didn't set an alarm this morning. Got up, packed my truck pretty freaking lightly, actually, and we're headed up. All right, well, I am here. Got us a fire ring, some benches. I got my chair, and we're having a banquet. But anyway, somebody left a few logs over there, so I'll probably put those to good use tonight, because I think it's supposed to get down to 48, and I'm wearing t-shirt, shorts. I think I have a raincoat with me, but that's about it. As far as sleeping accommodations go, I have my little tent. Probably not even gonna put the fly on it, just use the screened in enclosure. I've got a wool blanket. See, I got quite a bit of this camphor wood. My in-laws have a big camphor tree in the backyard. Every time limbs fall, they cut them up for me, and it's appreciated. It's not the best wood for cooking, but it burns nicely. I grabbed a few pieces of pine that were laying in the road on the way out here. Saw more, I can go back and get if I need to. We've got this big cluster. Got the Morse pot, and some fire starters, and I think we're going to do everything. I'm not going to pull it out of the bag right now, but got this alcohol stove that I'm going to pretty much cook everything on, either that or on the fire this weekend. I brought this little metal frying pan. Didn't even bring good cast iron, man. Some old toilet paper, like 15 partial rolls of paper towels. I do have my thermosol with me. For a lantern, well, I'm not gonna pull it out, but I've got a Yuko candle lantern. I think I've got a Lucy light in the truck too. Somewhere in this box I've got some fat wood. If I can find it. Tent stakes. Yeah, man. Just some dry, believe it or not, just little pieces of wood you can start fires with. I really need to organize my stuff. It's all just a big cluster, but I can pretty much restart society with what we have here. I've got some paracord down in there, salt, pepper, 2 or 3 things of soap. Still got a chunk of this fat wood my buddy John gave me. God, it's been 3 or 4 years ago. That's better than commercial fire starter any day. That's about it. Got my sleeping pad, got a wool blanket. I brought my pillow from home because there's no reason to wake up feeling horrible. I think I got like 3 shovels in this truck right now, which don't ask. Fuel for the alcohol stove. Brought this Laplander that I bought, or I didn't buy, I got it for Christmas, and I still haven't put it to work yet. Most of the time I'll just burn pieces of firewood in 2 if they're too long, but we got some salsa and some chips in the bag, first aid kit and a raincoat down there, dirty Yeti cup, I can wash it if I need to. There's always crap that just lives in my truck, like a Harbor Freight folding saw, a good sunshade, that way if we want to sleep in the truck and hide in public, we've got dark tinted windows and can do that. A couple of umbrellas, because believe it or not, they come in handy. A bunch of random tire fix parts and stuff that just live in here. I think I have 2 or 3 tire repair kits in this truck. See, is there anything up front? This was like a first aid kit. I ended up with a bag for it. I just use it for my GoPro, keep wires and battery packs and crap like that in it. Multiple flashlights. That ham radio ain't working. I'm gonna end up having to replace that. This little Streamlight I got a couple of years ago for Christmas. It's been great. Rechargeable. Way more than enough. Anyway, that's about it. Brought a book. Well, I brought a book and this little New Testament / devotional book, because God knows I need that. Don't judge. We got the beer, the cigars, and the New Testament, but God made me the way He made me. Well, I'm sure I'll have to talk to Him about it someday. Anyway, our other book we brought, which I'm about to pull out and start reading. We got this old, sorry about the shakes, this old buck fillet knife that probably the least busy fillet knife on the planet. Signaling device / red flag for hanging off the kayaks or something. Work gloves. A couple Nalgene's of filtered water out of the fridge at home, including my new Miguel's Pizza Nalgene from the Red River Gorge in Kentucky, so I'm pretty excited about that. But let's see, I've got some pork chops, and I've got this fish fry that I've had for too long. It needs to get used up. It's probably expired. Yeah, well, no, it's not. That's cool. Should taste good on a pork chop, though. I don't know. We'll find out. Should be thrown to the floor. Then we have the old 6 ways in and 12 ways out book. That's all I'm going to tell you about it, but it's a good one. Might learn something. A couple of potatoes. Cup. Coffee. If you can get these guys to sponsor me, you know, you'd be my best friend. This Laird Superfood functional mushroom creamer, because, you know, God knows I need to get smarter. Some oil to fry things in. Got a few eggs back there too. The old Seminole swamp seasoning that I bring on every trip, just because it's probably the most versatile seasonal type thing that I've found. It's just good on anything, whereas a lot of stuff is better on this but not that sort of thing. The Seminole swamp stuff, you can put it on cardboard and it'd make the cardboard taste better. Probably just all the MSG. But anyway, there's the grand tour. I'm gonna sit down and have a little bit more of a banquet and work on my book for a while. Enjoy this nice weather. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. One other cool thing this site has going for it, it has this little Blackwater Creek running right down the edge of it. And for those in the know, no, it's not McNeil. I'm not going to tell you where I'm at, because if I tell you the name of this creek, I'll give away my location. I'd just be just as happy not to. It's hard enough to get anywhere to get a site in Florida now anyway. This is an actual campsite, though. I'm not out in the woods, but you could ask if there's gators. I don't know. It's Florida. It's wet, probably. I'd be more apt to be looking for cottonmouths or something like that. As far as the quality of the water, I don't know. There is some agriculture around here, so I'm just not sure. Throw a rope on that morse pot of mine, toss it in there, and I'm sure you could boil the water out and wouldn't kill you. I've got a live straw too. Not that that's the best filter, but it is a filter. But yeah, you can see all the tannins in the water and everything. But it's got a nice babbling sound to it, so adds to the enjoyment of staying here. I will set my tent just a little bit back from it. Don't need anything surprising me. Be more apt to be looking for bears out here though. I'm not in Ocala, but bears could definitely still be a thing around here. Well, as predicted, it'll cut a log in half. Now, if you're wanting to come out here and cut a bunch of stove-sized pieces, don't be fooled by the hype. Bring a chainsaw. So if you go take a survival class in Florida, or you go anywhere with anyone that knows anything about anything, one of the things they'll tell you first thing they're going to show you, probably the only thing for starting fires, is this fluff in the palm trees. This stuff absolutely will catch a spark. Get you plenty of it. And one of the biggest things you can do for yourself is not be trying to find fire starters when you absolutely need them. It's one of those things that a little preparation goes a long freaking way. I mean, can you find this sort of stuff when it's raining? Should you know how? Sure. Should you be more prepared than that and not have to? Yes. That's in there pretty good. Anyway, grab a little more down here. You really don't want leaves. Leaves do not work so well for this. Maybe just a little bit more. There we go. Honestly, that's still probably not enough, but you take you something like this, take you something like an Altoids can, snuff can, whatever, and you can just have fire starters on demand that you didn't have to pay for. But anytime you're making a tinder bundle, spend some extra time and just work it over. Fluff it up, break all the little pieces, fire likes edge. You just keep going and keep going and keep going. Get it fluffed up into literally just a real fluffy ball. And then you can hit it with a ferro rod and it'll light right up. I may set my camera up and show you that. All right, well, here we go. Prove our point here. See our fluff? And she's burning. Now, one of the big things, even if you know how to make fire like that, don't be trying to light a log with it. Have yourself some matchstick size wood and start working your way up from there. Well, I don't know if you can lighten this up any or not. Fire's pretty much gone out. Did quite a bit of cooking on it. I had a friend of the family come by and we had dinner together, and he's headed on back home. I might get him out here camping eventually. Most of that's, I think, more in the past for him. But nonetheless, I might get him to return to it. Nice guy, though. Well, at this point, I say friend of the family. At this point, he pretty much is family. But trying to get the fire going again. Got dishes done. I ate my pork chops, potatoes, and some corn that I brought. And just sun's starting to go down, and birds are making the weird noises birds make, or frogs, or whatever the heck they are. And tent set up behind me, but I don't know if there's any point in trying to show you. So I'm just chilling. So this is about the biggest fire you'll ever see me build, especially here in Florida, but I packed heavy on wood and light on clothing, so time to turn the heater on. Well, plot twist. I was going to So I was gonna bring you guys some coffee footage and some breakfast footage and all the super exciting things that you've learned to love on my channel, but instead I've got a family member that, let's say, is aging, not just ancient old, but had some issues and kind of managed to hurt themselves a little bit yesterday. So now we had to pull up stakes and go this way. I'm sure there's some lessons to be learned. Like right now, I look like I just rolled out of a garbage can because it's pretty much by myself out in the woods. Now, if I've got to go deal with medical professionals, I'm gonna look like Joe the Rag Man. Not that I ever look much better, but I don't know. Like I said, there's some lessons to be learned here. I packed super light for this trip, and right now I'm wishing I'd have packed a little bit heavier. But oh well, that's gonna be the end of this video, I guess. There's sorry for it being so short and so uneventful. Like I said, I know you've come to expect more excitement from me. I say that facetiously. But anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll put together the perfect video one of these days.